Light. Okay. Okay, let's get started. What's that? Okay. Hi, friends. It's weekly English speaking practice. So, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why do I hit the plateau, which was the unpleasant thing when you learn English. When you stuck on a plateau, that's when you know you have to change the way you are learning. So I was on a plateau for a while now, and it's hard to get out. And I was trying to find a way to make myself moving forward than stuck there. So I list a few points that made me stuck on a plateau, which I think it's gonna be useful for some ESL learning like me. So, okay, let's get started with the topic. With the point, with the cause of the plateau. So, point number one, the difficulties of learning English, which is the language structure was the most problem for the ESL, because we are so different in some language different structure than another. So for example, my language have only one tense, and English has three tenses, and that was a problem for me, because the time marker, I was confusing all the time with time marker, which tenses could I use. I was confusing all the time, and that was very, very bad, because it makes me stutter and hesitation when I was going to say the sentences. So it was a struggle that I have to have to memorize a lot, which tenses should I use, what time, when to use it, something like that, which is very, very difficult for me, because as I was saying, my language have one tense, so we'll never make a mistake, because that's a one-time line, not three, like English. Many ESL students made a mistake on tenses, because I suppose their native language has language structure like myself, like my language, that they has one tense. That was point number one that I have struggled with. Point number two, personal problems. this was my own from my own experience. I have a lot of personal problems from time to time about work, about health, about whatever that affects me, affect my mind, that affects the ability to learn, which is if you have a good life, smoothly living day-to-day life, that is good. You are blessed. But I don't have it. There's a lot of some bad thing around me, some drama stories, all that distractions. So if you can avoid these kind of personal problems, you are good to go. And my last point, it's you're living in a bad environment, bad atmosphere, aka bad neighborhood. This is also from my experience, because as of now I'm living in a bad environment, bad neighborhood. There's a lot of bad people, a lot, not decent people. When you're living in the bad environment, you can't avoid, you can't get away because you live in it. And this was it's a very biggest problem in my situation right now. And I believe someone that learning like me has the same problem. So if you can get out of here, get out of there, just get out. Moving out. Don't live in the bad neighborhood. It's very bad. It discourages you to do anything. You can't do anything because the community will try to take you down, because there's a lot of jealousy people, a lot of all that bad thing. So if you can get out of there, get out, just get out. So this is okay. That said, all in all, these 3 points that are from my experience. So, and if you can avoid these 3 points, you are good to go. You can, I think you could learn anything very easily, more easily than this. Just try to get rid of these things. And I also trying to get rid of these problems, but yeah, so far it doesn't do anything much. I still have to living in it. So just go through it. in my case. Okay, this is this point this is why I am stuck on a plateau for a long time, and more I can't get out. So somehow I have to break it out, no matter what, because my goal is to finish my succeed my speaking that I've been learning and practicing for too long, not so long. It was too long. In many years I had been practice speaking, but it didn't get good, you know. It didn't get it good. So that's why this is a very good topic for sharing for another to other ESL learner, same as me. Very, very important. You avoid many personal problems as much as possible, or whatever you can do to get rid of them. Do it, and don't give up, because if you give up, you don't get anything. You will lose 10 years of learning. So you don't do that. You don't give up. Okay, that's my opinion and my thought on this topic. Sharing with you guys. So I hope the audio works, because I have 2 audio recordings and I'm not sure it's working properly. So we'll see you again in the next video. Don't know when, but it's still in a weekly time period. Okay, bye.